To enter time on this job, you go to the Work Details tab and you select New. It'll default in your resource code right here, and you have to choose a service code. And the service code is the billing rate, so what you worked as on that job. So for this job, everybody will have a non-chargeable service code, but if you're putting time to a job, you do not choose the non-chargeable code. So for this example, we'll choose technician. And every time you put time to a job, you have to choose a task that you're working on. So we'll go fixing the leaking toilet. And you can put a description, just a brief description of what you were doing. The next spot to fill in is the start date and the start time. If you double click on any date field in the system, it'll populate with today's dates. And if you double click on any time fields in the system, it'll populate with the current time. As you see, it's military time, but we're going to say we started at 9 a.m. And you do not need to fill in the end date right now. As you fill in your hours, the end date and time will populate for you. So the travel to is how long it took you to travel to the job. So let's say 30 minutes. And then the labor hours is how much time you worked on the site. Worked for 4 hours. And travel from is for your last travel of the day. That's if you're traveling from the job to your home or job to the shop, you would put the travel from. Otherwise, if you're going job to job, that would just go to the travel to for the next time. And for right now, you ignore these boxes if you have these direction boxes. Those are not for Wayne Perry technicians at the moment. And then down here, you'll have a tech notes field. This is where you enter in your notes that'll be linked to this timesheet only. So if you wanted to write any notes here about the timesheet, it does not go anywhere else. It does not go to the invoice or on the work order, but the customer notes do. So you have to be careful what you enter in here. Make sure you type properly. And then when you're done entering on all this information, you select Save. And you'll see the customer notes append over here, and it timestamps it and puts who did it. And we entered in time. Now we'll go back to the job, and we'll go to the Work Details tab, and we'll see that this time entry is under the Work Details tab now. And that is how you enter time on a job.